Welcome back. So today I thought I'd address all of you guitarists who might be intimidated by the concept of reading notes on the guitar. It's easy to think there are 6 strings and each string has like 19 frets. And so, I don't know, 6 times 19, how many notes is that? Sounds like a lot. I'm never going to memorize all those. I'll just stick to tab. So today I thought I'd teach you an easy way to find any note on the guitar. I call this demystifying the fretboard. If you're at all like me when I was learning guitar, you might know some notes around the first few frets, but then everything above the 5th fret is kind of like a mystery. This is no man's land up here, and you just say, well, I'll just stick to my chords and maybe playing tab. But there's a quick and easy way of memorizing the entire fretboard in minutes. In gamer lingo, you might call it like a cheat code. Let's start by asking the question, how many notes are there in the first place? The answer is kind of surprising. Just 12. Let's name them. A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp. That's it. After G sharp, we go back to A, and it just keeps going over and over and over again. But hold on, that's it, 12 notes. And we have the entire history of Western music. From Bach with his prelude in G major for cello, all the way to Adele's Someone Like You. The same 12 notes, just in a different order. That's worth taking a moment to sort of let that fact sink in. So to be clear, the musical alphabet is just A to G, and then every note gets a sharp, except for B and E. If you want an easy way to remember that, think about the Shakespearean phrase, to be or not to be. B, B, E, those are the notes that are the exceptions. Okay, so now let's apply this on the guitar. So every fret on the guitar is a half step apart, and coincidentally, every note that we talked about out of the 12 possible notes are also a half step apart. So if we pick the 5th string, for example, A, this would be A, the first fret is A sharp, B, C, right, because there's no B sharp, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, there's no E sharp, F sharp, G, G sharp, and after we get through the 12 notes, we repeat, so we go back to A. Notice we started on A, and we end on A. That means we've gone 1 octave. The 12th fret is where the octave is, and in fact, that's also why the harmonic works on that note. If you want, you can just keep going from the octave. So that was A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, and then I run out of frets. But now we can do this on any string. We just start on a different note. So for example, if I go to the B string, the 2nd string, this would be B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, etc. until I get back to the octave B. A good test to see if you did it right was if you ended up at the 12th fret, it has to be the same note as the open string. And if you need a review on your string names, super easy. Eddie 8 Dynamite, good, bye, Eddie. So E-A-D-G-B-E, Eddie 8 Dynamite, goodbye Eddie. Okay, time for a quiz. So I'm gonna name a note and a string, and you have to find it. So if you want to pause the video and grab your guitar now, this would be a good moment to give you a test. For example, find an F sharp on the 4th string. D. You should have found this note. 4th fret on the 4th string is F sharp. Let's try another one. D sharp on the 1st string E. If you counted all the way up, I feel for you, eventually you would have got to the 11th fret. That's D sharp. Easier than that would have been to know, oh wait, E is the octave, and D sharp is one before E. So you need to quiz yourself at home. What if you quizzed yourself for 5 minutes a day? Think how fast you would get at this. And you don't even need a guitar for this. You can be at the doctor's office or waiting for the bus, and in your head you can go, okay, 2nd string, I'm going to find a D sharp. That's on the 4th fret. And you can just keep doing this. The more you do it, the faster you'll get at memorizing all of the notes on the guitar. And lastly, depending on the key you're in, you might have to use flats instead of sharps. So to be clear, a sharp raises a note by a half step. A flat lowers a note by a half step. And remember, a half step is 1 fret on the guitar. So let's say I went to the A string, and then I said, play me an A sharp, maybe the 1st fret. Now play a B, that's the 2nd fret. Okay, now play a B flat. A flat lowers a note by a half step. But wait a minute, that was A sharp. So it turns out A sharp and B flat are technically the same note. The music lingo term for that is enharmonic. Enharmonic is when you have the same note that can be spelled in 2 different ways. So now if we want, we could restate the 12 possible notes, but using the enharmonic flats. A, B flat, B, C, D flat, D, E flat, E, F, G flat, G, A flat. And that's the same thing we did before, but now using flats instead of sharps. Okay, so we've officially done it. We have demystified the fretboard, and now you are capable of finding any note along the frets given enough time. Now what you need to do is spend a couple minutes a day. Just quiz yourself. You can do it with a guitar or without. Give it some time and you're going to get so good at this. So thanks for watching, guys. If you haven't already, please do subscribe so you can get notified when I release the next guitar tip or a video on my introducing series. See ya.